Hi again, everybody out there. Mark Mannering here from Class Training with another 3-Minute Thursdays. 3 tips in 3 minutes, more or less. And this time around, we're going to look at a very simple way to fix up our Excel data where there are unwanted characters that have come into our data from being exported from other systems. For example, with the first name here, you can see lots of spaces at the start of the first name, just before the first name. We want to get rid of those. Also, with the last name, for example, with Shaw here, if I double click, you can see there are some extra spaces after that last name. You want to get rid of those as well. In the email addresses there, we've got some unwanted characters after the email addresses. The payroll code is not correct. There's sometimes a colon, there's a hyphen in between the payroll code. And you can see the salaries there. There are spaces everywhere before and after. And we want to get rid of those quite easily without having to use text to columns or without having to use formulas that extract out the first letters or the first few characters or the last few characters and so on. So what we're going to do is just use a very simple technique called search and replace, similar to what you do in Word when you want to search and replace letters, characters, whatever. And up here it's on the Home tab. It's called Find and Select and Replace. Control H is the keyboard shortcut. So if I bring that up, there it is there. And we're going to use this to replace the unwanted characters with the ones we want. I'll just escape that to get rid of it for the time being. So what we're going to do first, just quickly, is to fix up the payroll code. And in our example, we want a hyphen in between the initials of the person there and the last 3 numbers. So we're going to replace every column with a hyphen. Now, to make sure we only work on that particular column, we select the column first and go Control H. There it is there. Find what? Find the colon. Press the Tab key, replace it with the hyphen, and click on Replace All. And they will only work on that particular column because I've selected it. Click OK, and all done. There's also a plus sign there that we need to get rid of and replace with the hyphen. Notice how I can leave the Find and Replace box up. I just change the characters that I'm looking for, leave the replace with as it is, replace all, and that's fixed up those unwanted characters. Close to come out. I don't have to close the box, but I will anyway. So now I want to fix up those email addresses. You can see the angle bracket and the semicolon there. Again, I'm going to make sure I just work on that particular column C. I go Control H. Notice how Excel remembers what you had there before. Now I'm going to go Shift Tab to come back. We're going to replace the angle bracket and the semicolon with nothing, in fact. We just want to delete those particular characters. So the replace with section, we leave nothing there. And Excel will in effect delete those characters. Replace all again, and 7 replacements have been done in this case. Click OK, and it's all been fixed up. In the same way with all those spaces we saw before at the beginning of the first name, some of those, also at the end of the last name, some of those as well. And you can see the salaries there. There are spaces everywhere. I've already checked that, and that's why some of them aren't being seen as numbers, and Excel can't calculate or graph them. Now this time I want this search and replace to work on every part of my spreadsheet. I'm just going to click anywhere now. I'll just click on A1 there, and that's going to work right across this whole sheet. Control H again. It remembers what I've got there. Shift Tab back there, and I'm going to say find what? Find a space, replace it with nothing, and click Replace All. And in the blink of an eye, it's replaced, in this case, 59 occurrences of all the spaces, single spaces, double spaces, and replaced them with nothing, or in fact deleted those. Click OK, close, and there's all my data, all fixed up, ready to go with whatever I need to do next. Okay, so there you go, people. So just a very simple way to fix up data with unwanted characters, spaces, whatever it might be. Just use your search and replace. That's sort of 3 tips in one go, if you like. We cover a lot more than this, as you might know, in our Excel courses, so have a look at our website for what's coming up. And Mark Mannering signing off until next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.